Hey, what's up, people? Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. You know what it is. It's the Friday night show at Dow 106.5. You're chilling with your host, the Little Soft, and yet with me is
Obafash in the studio. You guys, are you ready for it? Let's go.
Yeah, and we are the Friday Night Crew. It's 8 p.m. You should tune into Dow 106.5 to take a drive with the Friday Night Crew. If you're celebrating your birthday today, we'll say happy birthday from the studio. The Friday Night Crew wishes you happy birthday. Don't drink and drive, and if you must drink, drive safely. If you must have a sidekick sex, please use a protection. HIV/AIDS is real. What's up, K-Breeze? Shout out to EMU student who traveled for summer break. Hope you bring goodies back home. Hope you bring goodies back to school. We have our very own guest in the house. Our daddy in the Lord. My daddy in the Lord. That motivated me spiritually. Pastor Andrew will welcome you to the studio today.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we appreciate you for honoring our invitation down to the studio. And my own very own boy Scenario, my boy from the streets and from way back, you know. I can't start saying how I met my boy, from the department, everything, and we've been chilling. Yeah, I got my own very boy in the studio, Scenario, taking a selfie in the studio. yeah, you're free to do it.
That's what man.
And we still acknowledge the fact that Pastor Andrew is still in the house, and our topic is sex and relationship, and we're gonna be going to the next question.
This is going through to Sydney. Sydney, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This question is for you, bro. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you have for himself?
Sydney.
Yeah, bro.
I wish we were at court. I would have told you to hold your Bible and take the oath.
Be truthful.
But this is a very quick question. I just need
I have to be truthful, yeah.
Yeah, I just need a very quick answer. How often do people have sex?
Okay. Wow, that's a serious one there,
How often do people?
Yeah. It all depends, though. You get, to me, I would say everybody has their own point of view, yeah.
True.
But to me, I would say people have sex like almost every day. Like right now, as we're talking, people are having sex.
It's going on.
You get crying out loud. Crying out loud, man. People have sex like all the time, like in the morning, in the night, before they go to bed. Okay. I swear that, man. Yeah. Okay. But for now, man, I just can't have sex because my sweetheart is not around, And
you keep
I just miss her so much.
So you're saying there are no other hearts, even though they are not sweet. There are no other hearts out there.
So for me right now, I'm not having sex. Yeah. So that's why I say it's
nice.
It's different,
I'm so sorry, Sydney. I'm so sorry, but hope.
Thank you. But somebody didn't die, anyways.
Pastor Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah. This question goes to you real quick. What do you think is the best way of spending time with your partner? What do you think is the best way? Like, is there any spontaneous way for you to spend time with your partner?
Let me chip in something.
Okay.
You've passed the angle of waiting on God. God has already told you this is the person.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
And the other person also knows that you are the person.
Okay.
So now you guys are together.
Okay.
But you're not married yet.
You're not married yet.
So what's the best way to just pass time together, have fun, and do good things together?
Do good things together. Yeah, to answer the question, I think the best way to have times together, we actually depend on, some of the things that should be under discourse.
Okay.
For instance, for those who are yet to be married,
Okay.
having gotten the consent of the parents, the consent of the friends, but they are still yet to be married. Okay. So anytime they decide to have together could be an appropriate time, provided they are having it together, and doing the right thing. What I mean by doing the right thing, they're not allowed their body to be dragged. They're not allowed themselves to be tempted, or even when they're tempted, they are quick to recognize when they are meant to have a boundary, when they are meant not to go beyond what they're not supposed to do.
So as regard the time they should have together, they could actually have see each other as often, meet in places that are not so hidden, like meet in Lema open places, not meeting at midnight, So those are the
that's the pastor's point of view.
Yeah, those are my point of view as regard when to meet,
Yeah,
So scenario,
Yeah, brother.
quick, real quick. We just heard from Pastor Andrew.
Yeah.
So tell me, scenario, what do you think? How do lovers overcome issues concerning cheating?
Yeah, if you ask me, in my relationship now, I think it has to do with trust, cause somehow, I'm a victim of this question, you get. My girlfriend thinks I'm cheating, but I'm not cheating, you get.
She thinks.
She thinks.
Sydney,
And that has to do with trust.
She
That's
thinks.
because she
She
thinks.
are you sure she thinks you're?
Yeah, she thinks. She doesn't know, my brother. What you doing?
She doesn't know. Did you get that?
I swear, man. She thinks I'm cheating, I swear. And if you ask me, I'll say it has to do with trust, man. Lack of trust. And if we have trust, should believe I'm not doing such. So I think it has to do with trust.
Okay, so it's all about trust then.
Yeah.
Pastor
There's
Andrew.
trust, they won't be
Yes.
cheating.
Pastor Andrew,
Yes.
quick for you.
Okay.
We're running out of time because Sydney came in late, so we just have to wrap things up in a quick
Trust
way.
and love, for crying out loud. Sorry about that, man. Serious love.
But Sydney, you owe the listeners an apology for coming to the studio very late.
Yeah, I'll buy you guys a drink after that.
It's Friday. It's
Friday.
Friday.
TGIF, bro.
It's Friday. You all should be
Plus 10
chilling.
till I scale down.
You all should be chilling. Thank God it's Friday in the studio. And Sydney just said it. We're going out to get a drink
Yeah.
after the quick
Hosted
one
the-
in the studio.
Hosted them in a
All
party.
on me. Besides the pastor doesn't drink.
Pastor will take more.
So you're hosting everyone in a party.
I swear I'll take the pastor.
Pastor will take soup, cooked milk. Pastor will take cooked milk.
Pastor, pardon me, man.
Okay, very, very quick one, Pastor Andrew.
Okay.
Pastor Andrew, what was your most challenging moment in your relationship and how were you able to handle it without disputes between you and your lover?
Basically, I think we have two scenarios.
Okay.
One was prior to our wedding.
Okay.
Then we're still in a relationship, and what happened was that my wife was duped somehow in Nigeria
Okay.
with a sum of amount of money, and I wasn't aware of it. I'm proud to the incident. Her own ATM, her personal ATM card was in my custody. So suddenly she just called me in the afternoon and said she need ATM. She wants to withdraw some amount of money. I said okay, no problem. So, and we're not married, so I couldn't ask so many questions. I said okay, and she got it. So when she got it, not knowing that she took the ATM, she withdrew some amount of money, and she was duped. So yes, I wasn't aware of it until I think about a week after. So when I got to know about it, I was really disappointed. Really, because I always love straightforward people. I love sincerity. So what came to my mind was that so if this lady had been in my house, so that's how she would take an ATM. She won't tell me what she needed. She won't tell me the exact amount she wants. Why she actually need this money, and that's how she'll be duped, and that's how the house could be robbed. So actually, it really troubled me. It troubled me, and that was the time I was still trying to reach a conclusion, either to settle down with her or not. So what actually helped me was
So
that what helped me was actually I took time to pray more. And after about less than a month, I got a good confirmation also from God. So based on that confirmation, I was able to, reinforce, reinforce my trust in her, and we saved the relationship.
Nice.
The other one happened just few months after our wedding, because we were so new to each other. We met each other. No, we've known each other for a while. But we start our courtship. Our relationship lasted for just about 5 months or less than. So, we never had sex before marriage.
Okay.
That's one in a million. Quick one. I heard that, Pastor.
Yeah. So we never had sex before marriage. So after the wedding, we're supposed to have sex. So one thing that looked so strange was that I realize, or rather, we both realize that we have two different and opposing sex pattern, sex life. You know, she is the type that's just want to be. I mean, without sex is okay. As a guy, you know, so we find it difficult to balance.
It's difficult to find
Yeah, really.
ladies.
We find it difficult to balance for like.
And those ladies don't really cheat, you know.
No.
Because you can trust them.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we find it difficult to balance for, I think, for several months, maybe about 4 or 5 months. We talk about it, you know. We didn't seek counsel, but we talk about it. We discuss it from the Word of God also, and it's for now it's not an issue. Back to Mr. Sydney. You know, sometimes ago, Mr. Sydney was talking about trust, and you know, why my own point about this about trust. You know, imagine you and your sweetheart. Yeah. Imagine both of you. Until now, you had no anything that has to do with sex.
Yeah.
Don't you think she will find it? Don't you think this level of lack of trust wouldn't have been an issue? Okay, maybe we should save the question for another time, right?
No. Pastor, come again.
Yeah.
Okay. Come again.
No, that question is nice, Shao. You get. But
Okay.
if you ask me, I'd say.
I should come again, right?
I want you to come again, though. But
Okay.
it depends.
You know, the
Come again,
issue of
yeah.
sex,
Yeah.
you know, I try as much as possible not to be too much biblical about it.
Okay.
Respect Father, in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18 says, it says, flee fornication. Now, I want to take
Flee.
us, it says flee.
Flee is different from run.
It says flee. I mean, you should turn to bed and, you know, and fly.
Shut down.
You know, but when we talk about sex, I want to come from a different angle. I want to look at it this way, that now let's use Mr. Sin as an example. He has a very wonderful sweetheart, a girlfriend. Now imagine them not having anything that has to do with sex until now. Now he was talking about the issue of trust before. Now it would have been so much easy for this wonderful sister to trust her more, especially when there has never been an issue of what? Sex. Because when there is sex before marriage, there is always this lack of trust, which could lead to betrayal. So that's why I'm asking her that imagine, she should just imagine that they had anything to do with sex before now. The issue of trust or lack of trust wouldn't have been an issue. Is that not?
Yeah, that's.
Okay, Sydney, quick one. What do you
No,
have to say
quickly,
to
man.
that?
I
What do you
swear,
have to
man.
say
I
to
give
that?
it to that, man. Seriously.
Okay.
But it's actually difficult in the world we're in today. That's just the truth. But believe me, man. If you can do that, man, believe me, you won't have an issue of trust.
Trust.
But are you two trying to tell me that this thing, sex relationship, doesn't have to do with one personal ideology, like your perspective and the way you see things? Should it just be that we are trying to follow societal protocols?
We're trying to be ethical.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in
Let's put it that way.
following societal protocols now, that's when I think we're going to be living as what Pastor Andrew is saying. Like, but if we feel what is good for A might not be good for B,
Yeah.
don't you think, Pastor Andrew? Don't you think we can as well live in different perspectives?
Yeah, we could live with different perspectives, but the fact is that you know, when we talk about relationships, sex, and things, all these things have a paying back. So when we talk about a paying back, imagine your relationship with a sister or with a lady, or a young lady, and after, you know, a long time relationship with sex involved and everything, and two of you parted away, you know, and eventually she feels jilted, you know. Yeah, I feel sorry for ladies most of the time, you know. She feels jilted, she feels downcasted, and eventually, what happened? Now, if care is not taken, some people like that, you know, they go through emotional trauma, the breakdown, depression, and when things like this happen to anyone, family will be involved, you know, how to take care of her, and so it's a chain.
Okay,
it's a chain.
Pastor, I know you're okay. Looking at it from the dimension where you're coming from, I know you're a feminist now. You're a feminist, but
Not really.
you're a feminist now, and I'm not trying to talk from the sexist point of view.
Okay.
But are you trying to tell me now that most of those things happening now, is it just coinciding around the female gender, or it happens between the male and the
both.
females? Because
It happens
when
on both
breakup
sides.
happens in a relationship, most times the female get hurt and the guy too also get hurt.
Yeah.
So I remember back then when my friend got hot, he was jilted from a so-called fiance,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, my guy was as in my boy was wasted. He didn't know what he was doing. He was just confused.
Yeah, it
So
happens. Yes.
it also
People-
happens. I feel the situation and matters arising in relationships
Yes.
happen from both sides.
For both-
It's
exactly,
just
exactly.
a bipolar opposition thing.
Exactly.
So-
It's not a one-way thing. It's not,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll
It's
go
not
on a
one-sided
quick
thing.
musical break. We're gonna be listening to our first music of the
Okay.
week.
And the
Flash.
first music is coming from DJ Neptune himself, featuring
DJ
Del B,
Neptune.
featuring Davido, and this is called So Nice.
Oh, you don't
Let's
have
go.
to dab to this, man. But we could dab because dabbing is flowing in every song
And every
coming on
song.
air right now. Oh yeah, dab.
DJ Neptune. Baby, you're looking so nice. I can see love in your eyes. Well, let me take you to Dubai. Hey, we go buy. Tell me how much we go buy. I got plenty money for you. Baby, let me call you. Yeah, just now you saw me go. My baby, let me call you. Yeah, just now you got it all. My baby, come and be my lady. Show me something. Oh yeah, make we dey go to you. A place where you and I can sit and talk and drink some vodka. And when it's late at night, I take you to my resort, girl. The way you move, girl, no be fight, girl. DJ not to spin up. Obi Ode, rock 'em.
Okay, welcome back to the studio. That
Sydney.
106.5.
That song is dedicated to your girlfriend that's not around.
Nice.
Okay, so we've got our last question for our guest. Soft, what do you think?
Okay, Pastor Andrew.
Okay.
Pastor Andrew, I'm gonna ask you a quick last question.
Okay.
And the question goes like,
What do you think? What's your advice to those currently in a relationship having misunderstanding? What's your advice currently going on in a relationship?
Yeah. Personally, I think my advice will be based on purpose. I would advise people to be purposeful in whatever they're doing.
okay,
Yeah, while you're in a relationship, you should identify it before you start a relationship. And also, one thing that is lacking among us, especially the youth, not only the youth, it's common to everyone. I think most, especially when it comes to relationship, is that youth should be more disciplined. So we should make sure we are disciplined. When you are disciplined and you are purposeful, if you plan and you propose within yourself that, okay, I'm starting a relationship, but this relationship we're not going to have sex, or we'll do it in a way that everyone will, or each party will be pleased.
oh, let me get that straight, Pastor Andrew. We're not gonna have sex, or we'll do it in a way.
No. We're not going to have sex. We're not going to have sex all throughout
okay,
the relationship.
Andrew.
And at the same time, so things will be done.
All right.
Yeah, things
All right.
aside the relationship, other things in the relationship will be done in a way such that each of these parties involved will be pleased
Nice.
and will not be hurt.
Nice.
So that is my advice to everyone.
Okay, good.
Okay, so to you, Sydney, scenario.
Sydney, what do you think?
What's your advice?
My advice to
To those currently in a relationship.
to those current in a relationship is
Yeah, maybe having misunderstandings and
I would
and how to
say
settle
I would
it.
say I would say in a relationship we should be more ethical, like, to our partner, like, no lies. You understand? You don't have to tell lies, because telling lies is, if you're telling lies to someone you love, then I don't think you actually love that person. You get? So I think there should be more truth and
Truthful,
yeah,
honest.
more truthfulness, and You guys should be focused. You guys should have an ambition. Because if you have an ambition, you do things together. And that
Yo,
way
yo,
love
yo.
grows. You get. So
That's the voice
that's
of
actually my
my
advice.
own boy. Scenario, but you're sounding very, very, very low. So
Oh, sounding
thank you.
low?
Seriously.
Shit.
I was wondering if maybe because your girlfriend isn't around.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about
no
her.
ginger.
though.
This our discussion is bringing back
I
the
swear,
memory.
it's bringing back memories, man.
Okay, a quick question.
I'm sorry
to-
about that.
A quick question to my co-host. Fash.
Yeah, boss.
Okay, I know it's not supposed to go on air, but
Volume,
I
please.
know you also too in a relationship. So tell me what are your advice, because I know you. Oh, big ups to Fash. what's it's your current advice like for situations in relationship?
Situations in a relationship.
Yeah, in your own ideology and how to handle it.
Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, it's just sincerity, honestly. Be sincere and be trusting. There shouldn't be any problem as long as you trust the other person. If you understand me. Okay, fine, you've already established the fact that you love each other. Now let's bring up the trust. Do you understand? Once you trust them, then that's it. Because if you don't trust, so tell me how in God's name are you gonna love her? Do you feel me, Soft?
Yeah,
You feel me?
I feel you, Fash. I feel you, Fash. So, Pastor, is there any word you have to say? Is there any last thing you have to say before we sign off for today?
Sorry?
Is there any last word you have to say to the listeners out there?
Yeah, I
Before we sign off
wanna
today?
give a shout out to Christobel Madu. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
big
just want to let her
ups,
know I can't be fast cover.
big ups. Pastor, is there any shout outs?
Shout out to my wife. You know.
Yeah, shout out to my family.
Our big mama
My
in
family,
the
I love them so much.
Oh, shit.
I miss
Yeah.
them too, you know.
And to everyone
Yeah.
out there,
Okay,
and I wish everyone who is in a relationship to a wonderful one.
alright.
A shout out to Olua Soft and Fashi.
Yes,
big
boss.
ups,
Thanks for
big
bringing
ups,
me out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll sign up now. You could follow us on our social network. You can follow us on Instagram, the Friday Night Show.
Yeah,
On
what's
Twitter, it's at 106.5 show. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/ the Friday Night Show 106.5. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Friday Night Show 106.5. And whatever we are doing on air is going to be uploaded in our YouTube page, so you can go there and watch it, and you can place your comments on it. It's that 106.5 and we remain the Friday Night Crew. We're going to be signing out with the last music of the week. Fash, what's the last music of
As
the
far as I'm concerned, this is the hottest of them all.
week? Yeah! What's it?
Alrighty, controller.
Controller!
Controller.
Controller!
Oh, shit.
Drake, my guy, big ups to you, blood. You're
So
doing
until
it.
we'll come your way again next week. Keep
Friday,
it locked down.
keep it locked
The
down.
Friday Night Show.
Keep it locked down. Don't
106.5.
touch it. Keep it locked down with the
See you
Friday Night
later.
Show.
Sign out. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Girl, your body good and you're special to me. Wanna make you my lady officially. From your ticket for buy, then me willing for pay. Fly you in from distance away.
Right. My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. I thank God you came. How many more days could I wait?